Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camp and Tactical Nut here, and today I am really excited to bring to you another Ganzo. This is the 735, and I'm really excited about this one, so stay tuned. Alright ladies and gentlemen, I am really laughing at myself right now because I was sitting here talking for about 5-6 minutes and the camera was not even recording. Just with the glare, like, it's kind of hard to see if the little thing's flashing because I don't have a little red dot on my camera or anything, so yay me. So let's try this again, take two. Alright, first and foremost, let's go ahead and get the specs out of the way like I always like to do. You have about a 3.5-inch blade, 8 inches overall, G10 handle scales, with a much more aggressive texture to it than the other Ganzos that I have. The blade steel is 440C, like you see on all the Ganzos. Rockwell hardness being 58 to 60. Pocket clip, right side tip up only. Well, no, right side tip up, but with this little screw you can move it. Now, liners have not been milled out. So they, just like all the other Ganzos, didn't save any weight there. Bushings does have one bronze and one Teflon or nylon bushing. I have one Ganzo that has 2 bronze bushings, but the other, like the 729 and this one, do not. So I don't know how that happened, or if somebody just made a mistake and I got lucky. Blade centering is perfect, as you can see here. 90-degree spine, so it will strike a ferro rod. I don't think I've shown with the other ones. But the other Ganzos do just as well, so I use this all the time for that purpose. Dual thumb studs. There is some jimping right here, as you can see a little bit, but you really, once you got it open and your hands on it, you almost can't even hardly feel it. So pretty unfunctional jimping. As you can see, axis lock. Now this one kind of reminds me, and as you can see, this one is flawless on the opening and closing. And you'll probably hear a lot of people say this, and I think I've said it before. These are fairly stiff when you first get them, but when I'm just sitting around the house, I'm just open and close, open and close. I work it down pretty fast, because usually with the way I use my pocket knives, I try to really overuse it tremendously. So the 1 month that I'm carrying it for testing and review, I'll literally put probably about 6 months worth of wear on it, because I really want to see how these things hold up over time without having to take 6 months to do a review on a pocket knife. Now, as I was saying, I think this one reminds me of the Kershaw Function. And I'm saying that because, one, it has, as you can see, 2 little extra tools here on the back. You got a wire stripper and can opener or / bottle opener, depending on how you want to use it. This is fairly sharp, so it will open cans. And then on the other side, you have a strap cutter that is sharpened on both sides. Now, the only thing I've used this for to this point is I cut some computer paper, right? And I was cutting all these little shapes just to see how sharp it was, if it was sharp at all. Now, I do not plan on using this for anything other than that, because if I'm going to use this or keep this in my car as like a rescue knife, and I've been using this to open boxes, packages, and stuff like that, the day that you're going to need it, it's going to be dull as crap. I can guarantee it. So just like a defensive blade, if you have a tool that you want to use for emergency purposes, only use it for emergency purposes. Just my little piece of advice, because I'm telling you, just, if I had a defensive knife, but I used it to open mail and packages and do all that kind of stuff, the day I had to defend myself with it, I guarantee it wouldn't cut butter. Now, that being said, I am going to use this to cut a strip of leather. I just want to try. I haven't used it for anything yet, simply because I'm trying to save the edge on this, because that's going to be a lot harder to resharpen. So, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to look stupid, right? So let's give it a shot, because I don't care. Pretty effortless. So let's try it roll it over a couple of times. Really? Making this more difficult than I need to. Oh. Alright, so 2. Effortless. Alright, I mean, that really required very little effort at all. Let's see if I can cut 3, and then this will be the last thing that I cut with it. I don't know if I can hold it together. It's a little too short now. Yeah, obviously. Alright, through 3 strips of leather, because I figured, hey, if it'll cut this, it'll definitely cut paracord. I mean, I've got a lot of paracord, but I wanted a little bit tougher challenge. Now the blade itself, razor sharp out of box. I mean, I could literally shave with it, or at least shave arm hair and leg hair like I always do. Blade design is awesome. This is not full flat grind. This is a hollow grind, but I tell you what, I mean, crazy sharp. You know, got the Ganzo logo here. Easy to take an edge, and takes a razor edge every time. I mean, it's amazing for slicing, food prep, carving, whittling around a camp, making feather sticks, anything like that. A lot of your camp tasks, your smaller camp tasks, and then of course your household daily utility needs. Seriously impressed by this, guys. I can't tell you enough. And the pocket clip, even though that this G10 has a lot more traction to it, is not thrashing my pockets at all. So really happy about that, you know, because it's one, you got good functionality and it's not tearing up your clothes. You got your glass breaker. So, I mean, I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. These things are just amazing. This is my 3rd folder, and I can't tell you, all 3 outstanding blades. I mean, absolutely outstanding. And I just want to touch on one thing while I'm saying this. I'm kind of getting tired of people saying, for the price. That Ganzos are good for the price, right? I actually happened to get this one on Amazon for $13, right? Had the Amazon Prime shipping, so it was free. Excuse me. And I got it in 2 days. How awesome is that? So not from GearBest, got it from Amazon. But everybody's going, yeah, they're great for the money. These things are great for a $30 knife. I mean, I would put this up, I mean, now the weight, I didn't say the weight on this. The weight is 6.4 ounces. So for this kind of pocket knife, typically that's over my limit, you know. 3 to 4 ounces, 4.5 tops usually. The lower I can go, the better. But, you know, this does have the extra functions on it, so that is going to add some weight. And then, you know, as any backpacker, hiker, survivalist, whatever you want to say, will tell you there's good weight and there's bad weight. And for me, this is good weight because you get a couple extra tools. But I mean, I literally, if you put a Benchmade logo on this, people would spend the $80, $90. I mean, think about Boker. Boker uses 440 all the time. If they put their name on it and just happen to use the Axis lock, people would pay whatever price they put on it because it's an awesome blade. They all are awesome. They hold up extremely well. And, I mean, I don't know what else to say. When you just look at it, I mean, a $12 knife with this kind of blade centering, with an Axis lock, with G10 that is perfectly textured on each one that I've had so far. I mean, I put these things through a lot of use. I don't just open a box, use it once, and then tell you what I think. I mean, I've used this every day for a month in as many ways that I can figure out to use it. And then I'm sitting around here like this all day, every day, driving to and from work, sitting around the house. And they still function flawless. And so, I mean, yeah, I mean, with this name, with this, you know, are people going to pay more? I mean, I bet they would if you didn't tell them how much it was and I wanted to sell you one. I mean, I guarantee I could go to anybody that I know, tell them how awesome this is, let them use it for a little bit, say, hey, 30 bucks and it's yours, 40 bucks and it's yours. And I guarantee they'd give it. Because these things they just rock. And there's nothing else to say. I kind of compare it to the Moras, right? Everybody always says Moras are great for the price, when everybody knows Moras are outstanding, right? Just nobody wants to say that I'm carrying around a $10 or $15 knife when it does everything that you need it to. Can they break? Yeah, any knife can break, but as long as you're using it for its intended purpose, right? It's going to do what it's supposed to do. And nobody, I mean, when you look at Cody Lundeen, that's the only knife he carries is a Mora. And you're gonna go for the price? He's got a $20 knife around his neck. And he can do everything with it. So kind of let's get past the whole, if it's got a low price point and good quality, it's still for the money. It's not for the money. It's good because it's good, right? Now, that's just my 2 cents. I'm sorry if it offends you, but whew, the wind almost took down my umbrella. All right, guys. Enough of my little rant, getting off the soapbox now. Highly recommend the Ganzo G735. It rocks, guys. I'm telling you, go get you one. I'll put the link that I got mine from Amazon down below. I highly suggest picking you up one because now you got a nice little multi-tool. Okay, guys, in the meantime, be prepared, have fun.